Welcome to the daily message for this Monday in Holy Week. I'd like to begin my reflection this morning by reading from the 42nd chapter of the book of the prophet Isaiah, verses 1 through 7. I invite you later on this day to look at these verses again. Here is my servant whom I uphold, my chosen one in whom my soul delights. I have endowed him with my spirit, that he may bring true justice to the nations. He does not cry out or shout aloud, or make his voice heard in the streets. He does not break the crushed reed, nor quench the wavering flame. Faithfully he brings true justice. He will neither waver nor be crushed, until true justice is established on earth, for the islands are awaiting his law. Thus says God, Yahweh, he who created the heavens and spread them out, who gave shape to the earth and what comes from it, who gave breath to its people and life to the creatures that move in it. I, Yahweh, have called you to serve the cause of right. I have taken you by the hand and formed you. I have appointed you as covenant of the people and light of the nations, to open the eyes of the blind, to free captives from prison, and those who live in darkness from the dungeon. It's not surprising that when the gospel writers were reflecting on the life of Jesus in light of the Old Testament, that they would apply these verses to the life and ministry of Jesus, because they tell us so much about why Jesus lived, what his ministry was, and also why Jesus died. Jesus died because he was a danger to the Roman Empire. He was a subversive, and he was dangerous because of the people whom he looked out for first. He was dangerous because he did open the eyes of the blind. He did free captives from prison, and he did bring those who were in the dungeon out of their darkness. And so because of those things, he was crucified. He was killed by the powers that be. And so these verses from Isaiah apply to us as well. So this is the way that we are to live our lives as followers of Christ, as disciples of Christ. We are to open the eyes of the blind. We are to free captives from prison and release those who are in darkness. And we are also called to do it in the way that Jesus did, to never waver nor be crushed until true justice is established on earth, to do it without crying or shouting aloud or making our voices heard in the streets. This is what we are called to do, and we're called to suffer in the cause of justice and righteousness, just as Jesus did. Thank you so much for watching and listening today. Please stay safe and healthy. Have a wonderful Monday.